What's up? What's up? Entertainment here again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content. This is Polo Motivation, bro. And a lot of y'all, man, what y'all are doing right now, man, is it's low key. It's not legal, and you think you're getting away with it. Not judging. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging by any means. But what I'm asking you is what your end game is going to be, because you can't sit around and you can't hustle forever in terms of illegally. Now, you can always be a hustler by nature and by doing something legitimate, by doing something that's legal. But what I'm telling you is if you're out there and you're doing something illegal, man, you need to find everything that you can, or find every way that you can to maneuver and take a different route, because I'm telling you, they're going to build every single thing up against you to make it really hard for you to try to get out. And then once you try to get out, it's going to be too late. What's up with the True Viking Queen? I see you in the building. A lot of you are doing stuff right now that you feel like, oh well, I'm never gonna get caught up. I'm above I'm above the law. I'm above whoever. You got all this power, and that's, listen. There's a couple things that make you feel invincible in this world. Okay, it's a lot of things that make you feel invincible, which you're really not. But one of the things that make you feel invincible is power. Okay, and people get people get really greedy when it comes to power, and after a while, that greed will eat you alive. Now, it's been a lot of stuff that's been taking place that we've seen on the news. They're trying to do everything that they can to make sure that we feel the wrath, whether it's our people, and I'm talking about my African American brothers and sisters. Okay, I'm talking to everybody, but mainly my African American brothers and sisters. They do not want to see you doing anything legit. They don't want to see you doing anything legal. They rather have you doing doing something illegal, because that that is something for them to say, okay, look, we got them. See, I told you so. See that, he ain't nothing but a no good nigga. See, he's a part of the actual statistics of guy of African Americans going to jail. He's a part of the statistics of the African Americans that are dying at a young age. Now look, the average age of a black male right now, from the last time I checked, was 67. Okay, the life expectancy, it's around 67. Okay, so if you live past 25, I know, coming from where I come from, if you live past the age of 25, hey, you've actually fulfilled your duty. Okay, But if you can make it to the age of 67, and stuff happens, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I talk about it all. We got to talk about the health situation, all that other stuff. Of course, you want to take care of your health, but in terms of you hitting the streets, you trapping, you doing something illegal, white collar crimes, stuff like that, it's not gonna last. Because one way or another, somebody, they're gonna get you. Whether it's through jealousy, whether it's people, trying to take, whether it's jealousy of people trying to take you out. You know what I'm saying? Just like the unfortunate situation that had taken place yesterday. I was talking about that yesterday on Polo Motivation, and the reason why I put that as Polo Motivation is because crime of passion. You know, there are a lot of triggers. Money is a trigger. Power is a trigger. Lust is a trigger. Deception is a trigger. Violence is a trigger. Uh, you know, Jealousy is a trigger. All of it is a everything. You got to find your way out. Find your end game. Even if you're not doing something illegal and you're doing something where people can't see you or something like that, you got a certain addiction or something. Find your way out. Find the end game. You got to ask yourself every day if you're doing something that you really don't want to be in. Because, believe it or not, there are a lot of guys out here that are that they want to get out. They want to get out of the situation that they're in. But you ever heard of that term, in too deep? A lot of them are in it too deep, and they don't know how to get out because they don't ran into a situation where they're blocked in by blockades, so to speak, by barricades. So if they do get out, like for instance, okay, if let's say you affiliated with someone, you know what I'm saying? You affiliated with a certain organization or something like that, right? And you got body counts, okay? You got bodies under your belt. You don't rob people. You don't stole from people. You don't messed around with other people's woman, okay? You don't you don't beat cases that you weren't supposed to beat. You don't violated people's families, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You've taken down the enemy, all that other stuff. Guess what? All of that stuff is gonna come back on you because it's already in the universe, and you can't sit there and you can't be like, okay, well, yeah, I'm home free. I'm done with that life. I'm not doing that anymore. You have to think about what you did in the past to hurt some people. You also have to think about that side of it too. Now, if you're a good dude, you looked out, or a good female, you looked out for people, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, hopefully, nothing takes place. Now, we can't always say that because some bad shit sometimes happens to good people. And it's unfortunate. But I don't like to put that type of energy into the universe. We always want to be positive about things. You know, but the thing about it is that some people they don't like you want people around you that are gonna take you seriously. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anyone around me that's not gonna take me seriously. Okay, like don't get me wrong, we could play around, we could laugh, joke, and all that other stuff, but at the same token, I want people around me that are gonna be just as serious as I am about what it is that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you have you have people that are just not 100% down for you. You know what I'm saying? And when stuff gets hard, that's when you really see the mental in a lot of people. Like for instance, if a guy tells you Man, I don't want to hustle no more. I don't want to trap no more. I don't want to do nothing illegal no more or something like that. Well, guess what? You might have motivated him in a sense. Now he might be mad at you, or he might be like, "Oh man, oh man, why you quitting on me and stuff like that." Well, you have to explain to that guy. Well, look, all this stuff that they building up against me, I could spend years in jail. I could lose my entire life. I could lose my life being out here, being at the wrong place at the wrong time, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. And we're not talking about the Celtics right now. Okay, we're not talking about the Celtics, and we're not talking about anything else. So if you're here to discuss, sports or any of that, then you could go ahead and remove yourself. And I mean that shit. I don't want nobody fucking up my shit. All right. We're not talking about no Celtics. We're not talking about no sports. This is a serious topic right here. We gotta get to what we what we really look. Those guys are making millions of dollars or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about that all day. But I'm here to talk about what we really need to be doing. What are you doing to help the youth? What are you doing? What are you doing to spill the knowledge that you have into younger individuals? What are you doing to help that? Are you applying some of this stuff to younger people that need help? Because I bet a lot of y'all aren't doing that. Everybody talks about, yeah, I want to be a force, I want to be a pillar in my community and stuff like that. Well, one of the ways that you do that is by being legitimate and by being legal. You could hustle all day, but make it legal, man. A lot of people they get on a lot of these females for going out there and shaking whatever. But guess what? They're doing something legit now. What they what they do off the clock and what they do, outside of that, you know what I'm saying, in order to make ends meet or whatever, then that's on them. But I'm just talking about them when they punch in the clock and they actually go out and they get on that stage or whatever, or when they have to do something, where it involves them, uh, taking their clothes off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about. Of course, we're not talking about prostitution or whatever, but you know, just doing something in which it's it's enticing to the other gender. Okay, but a lot of guys, they sit there and we're all guilty of it. We'll be like, oh yeah, she's a thought, da 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 da. But guess what? She's hustling you. She's hustling you. The the club is hustling you. You keep coming back. You're addicted. You're addicted to that lifestyle. And some guys are addicted to, a certain type of lifestyle. They're addicted to the money. They're addicted to a certain level of success. They're addicted to the attention, and that's what's causing us to get killed. That's what's causing us to die and stuff like that. But see, I think it's crazy because the same people that are sitting here, they're laughing, they're joking about stuff like this and all this other stuff. Oh, it can't happen to me. And then when they get hard times and when shit hits the fan for them, guess what? They can't handle any of it. They're not mentally strong. Everybody likes to talk a good game, like they're so mentally strong and everything. But when you go through a storm, can you weather it? No, a lot of you can't. Can you do something other than doing something illegal? You have to ask yourself that question. Can you make your hustle legitimate? Can you make your hustle legitimate? If you like to rob people or whatever, well, find a way find a way for you to uh take that energy into something legal. If you like to rob people, right? If you like to rob people, go ahead and get in the military and getting like, you know, the infantry or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have to do some things where you're gonna have to go in. They're gonna send your ass in other places, and you're gonna have to be Robin Hood, so to speak, in a military uniform. You're just gonna be legal. If you're a prostitute and you like to sell your body, for sex or whatever or something like that, right? Well, you need to you need to why don't you make porn? That's legal. And I'm not advocating for it, but I'm trying to give you an avenue to do something legal, because what you're doing is you digging yourself deeper in the hole. And then after a while, you're not gonna be able to do that. And then once they build that case against you, once that shit is on your record, that blemish is on there, it's on there. It's on there to stay. It's a stain that ain't going nowhere. It's a stain that ain't going nowhere. And some of y'all are dealing with that situation right now. Some of y'all are dealing with that situation right now. Some of y'all don't have, you don't have a clue what to do because you have something on your record. Some of y'all are in a situation right now where you've been stuck in doing the same old thing, but you keep on talking like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but you haven't put forth no effort. You haven't put forth no effort, but you gotta be able to get it done with no effort. If that makes any sense, it's no effort, no effort. Look, I'm not. Hey, it's no effort for me to get up and grind for my family. It's no effort for me to get up and make sure that I make it to work on time. It's no effort for me to get up and not get up, but to make sure that I get this paid on time or that paid on time. There's no effort for me to save. We're not legit. We too worried about what we see. We too worried about what social media has to offer you. You know, and a lot of times we sit here, man, and we say that we helping out people and stuff like that, man. But listen, if somebody really comes to you and they're like, look, man, I'm in a tight spot. I really need some help and stuff like that. I need some money or something like that. You have to understand that people are really they're judging you to be like, okay, yeah, hey, Stephen Green, man, I'm not doing so good, man. I need about $20. Can you help me out? Look, if you don't have it or whatever, this is what you should do. All right. And if you're a true hustler spirit, because a true hustler spirit would be like they want everybody to eat, right? So what you should do is be like, if you don't have $20, you'd be like, look, I don't have $20 or whatever, but what is it that you need? That's what you should ask the person and be like, okay, I can't get it for you right this minute or whatever, but let me find a way and let me go above and beyond to try to help this person out. We don't do that for each other. I bet you there'd be somebody that'd been like, nah, man, don't help that motherfucker out. They ain't gonna do nothing but drink it up or smoke it up anyways. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people out there that really need help, that really are in a bad spot, that really don't have no way to turn. There might have been somebody that they don't really have any options right now. They cannot find a job because they're not giving them any type of opportunity. That guy might have, just got out of jail, has a felony and everything, you know what I'm saying, on his record or whatever. And because of his felony, it has made him uh, hard to be trustworthy, whether it's from the people and everything. And now he's suffering and everything, and he really is trying to get a check. He probably done put in like 50 applications. He probably don't went to public places and had to use the internet, you know what I'm saying, and people looking at him crazy and stuff like that, because of the way, maybe the way he looks, you know what I'm saying, hasn't been able to shower like the way that he wants to, you know what I'm saying. The guy got dirty shoes, stuff like that, and you have to think there are people that are going through stuff like that. But if that guy, if I see a guy like that, I'm gonna try to do my best to help that guy. You can't get in a position and then next thing you know, you want to act like you above everybody. Nah, yeah, that's not the way it works. Because you got to think to yourself, where were you at once upon a time? Even when something tragic happens in your life, right? Okay, look, we all gonna have ups and downs. We all gonna go through some things or whatever. But don't start acting funny towards the people that that were in your corner. You know, and then on top of that too, listen, nothing is gonna when you're doing something illegal too. When you're doing something illegal too, like don't try to think that you're gonna be able to balance it out by you doing something legal, because that's not the way that it works. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You might have two or three jobs or whatever, but you still moving weight on the job and stuff like that. You still doing shit on the website, or you doing shit. I do this on the side or whatever. Man, if you're gonna do something on the side, do it legal. Because guess what? They're gonna build their case up against you, whether it's big or small. And then of course, if you're doing something big and you out here, you got hitters and all this other bullshit, and you putting in work and stuff like that. Well, hey, definitely so. You got it coming from all angles. You got it coming from every single direction. The females is gonna try to get you. The niggas is gonna try to get you. And the enemies, the people that don't like you, the people that are jealous of you, the people that are right within your circle, they gonna get you. The people that your boy standing right next to you know everything about you. And if your family's involved, they know everything about your fam. They know everything about your family. If you grew up with them, they know what you used to do. They knew what you were before you even stepped up in this game, whatever game that it is. They're gonna build a case up against you, and all that they're gonna freeze. They're gonna prevent you from trying to get to your accounts. They're gonna put a lien on it. They're gonna put a lien on your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if you have a business. If you're doing something illegal in that within that business or something like that, and they got evidence against you, they could take everything from you. They could take everything from you. Look, I know that it it's something about the feeling of being able to get away, get away clean, you know what I'm saying, um to get your hands dirty without getting your hands dirty, to not get caught. That's what you in it for, because what you're doing is you're doing something illegal. You know what I'm saying? That's your whole goal, is to get out with no problem. That's your whole goal. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that, and not unless you're doing everything you can to get out of it. Get out of it immediately. And if the people that you associated with, they still involved with that shit, be like, look, man, if it's your partner, be like, look, man, hey, we still cool and everything, but I got to keep my distance away from you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it takes sometimes. And then, of course, they'll be mad at you because you left too. They'll be mad at you because you're doing something legit. You'd be surprised, man, when you don't, like on here, right? If you don't talk about what they want you to talk about, or something like that, then they gonna get mad at you. They gonna they gonna do everything that they can to try to destroy you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you have the freedom to do whatever the hell you want to, whatever you talk about. And in this case, I have the freedom to talk about whatever I want to talk about, and you have the freedom to just leave. You could do that. But we wanna live in this fantasy world. You know what I'm saying? We wanna praise these individuals all the time that are on top of the game and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But what about you? What is it that you're doing? Me giving praise to all of these athletes and stuff like that on a daily basis. That's not helping my people that are suffering. That's not helping my people that are suffering. Yeah, you might be getting stacks or whatever, but is that is what are you doing with those stacks? Now, don't get me wrong, man. I listen. I give props to those individuals that are um that are out there doing stuff, for the community. Whether it's going to go buy toys for the kids or all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's not. We can't sit up here and we can't be like, okay, yeah, well, I'm doing something illegal or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and try to cover it up by me doing it. Like Nino Brown was killing people left and right. Okay, he was killing people left and right, but handing out turkeys and giving money to kids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That money is just evil. You got to go legit. You got to go legit. Yeah, whatever it is that you do, and people might laugh. People might, they might be like, "Man, what are you doing?" or something like that. But you gotta ask them people. What? Well, don't even ask them. Part of what you part of being able to control your emotions and everything is being able to suck up the criticism, because people are going to criticize you, whether it's a cleaning business, lawn business, or whatever. People are going to criticize. I'm like, look, I'm worried about the people that are criticizing me for the how they have suggestion box or reviews. That's what you should be worried about. Those are the type of criticism, not them naysayers who don't have a business in their name, that don't have any type of legitimacy. Those are the people you need to be worried about. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, my bad, y'all. Um, okay, now they laughed at they laughed at one of my friends that was trying to do a food truck business, and this dude was doing. I think I was telling Jane. I was telling Jane. Shout out to Nola Boy. Nola Boy Sports. With the brother James. I was telling him about it one time. Uh, there was a guy. He pretty much what he was doing. He was making simple stuff like just making regular hamburgers, French fries. Nothing fancy. Just stuff that anybody could do. And they were laughing at him, but yet and still he was still hustling. He was still hustling, and it was all by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he had, I think he had people that was working for him every now and again, but people had, they didn't believe in him. Well, he eventually saved his money and was able to be on the come up, and he actually was able to start his own restaurant just from doing the food truck business. So when I tell you, you don't have to get out here and do nothing illegal, man. That's just a bogus excuse, and that's what you see on social media, or you see on the TV, or the dummy screen, or the idiot box. TV, all they want to do is just really just control you. But like I said, man, y'all got to go legit, and you got to do something that's legal. You got to do something legit, man, because they're waiting. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you to slip up. They're waiting for you to slip up. And when I'm talking, look, I'm not just talking about you know law enforcement and shit. I'm talking about the common enemy on the streets. They're waiting for you to slip up. Some of these people, they want to see your demise, man. And you could be trying to move and trying to be swift and all that other stuff. There's a person that you least expected, or there's something that you least expect that's gonna get you caught up, and then you're gonna be like, well, why did that person deceive me? Why did they do this to me, or why did they do that to me? What's up with the think tank? Why did they yeah, control? Why did they you can't sit there and ask why. You know why. You know why. But I appreciate everybody pulling up. This is Polo Motivation. If you are pulling up late, man, just go ahead and hit that replay. Um, I'm here to, drop some gems on a lot of you, guys that really need it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say the people that are lost, because I don't wanna classify our people as being lost. No, we get it. We just need somebody. We need somebody to give us that kick. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. Like with my paper, sometimes you need that kick in the ass, and that's what I'm telling you, man. It's not going to end well. If you above 30 and you still doing some illegal shit, you might as well just go ahead and check into the system, because that's where you headed. That's what they listen. When you become a certain age, they expect you to know better. They expect you to know better. When you 16, 17, 18, something like that, okay, they'll be like, okay, this guy got time, but maybe 25, at the most. When you start getting like 30 and all that other stuff, them motherfuckers ain't gonna play with you, because they gonna think about some of those other 18-year-olds, those 19-year-olds that are actually doing something legit and everything like that, that don't make no excuses, and they're actually out there doing everything that they can, working and grinding, doing it the legal way, while you out here beating the system and doing everything else, and them guys are doing everything that they can to make ends meet. That's how they look at it, and they're not gonna let you get away with it. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Make sure you like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notification. Until then, I'll get at y'all later.